Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube and welcome back to another video. Sitting down, eating breakfast on this lovely Wednesday morning. You know, I was gonna say I'm feeling tired. I don't know why I would say that. That's just like default what I would say. But I'm not feeling tired in the moment, which is pretty cool. I'm excited to eat my breakfast, as you guys know. I took check-ins yesterday. My weight is 133.8, which is like, I don't know, like 17 pounds or something above my lowest of prep. Here's my check-in photos. This is how I looked. And we're gonna kind of give a bit of a reverse update in this video because I feel like I never really sat down to talk about like my reverse, everything I went through mentally. I feel like on the outside, it looked like my reverse went super well and everybody was like, whoa, you did such a good job. And I know like a lot of people are taking inspiration from it, which is awesome. But I never really talked about in detail how my reverse went, the mental side of it, and like everything that had gone into a super successful reverse that I had. And I'm now 3 months post-show, so it's safe to say that the reverse is pretty much done. We've been sitting at like the same calories and cardio and stuff like that for quite some time. And my body is just leveled out here around like the 134 to 133 range. I have one free meal a week now. My calories are set. I have training day macros and rest day macros. And I've been still following it to a T. So like even with the free meals, obviously that's not followed to a T because it's a free meal. That's the purpose of a free meal. That's kind of how things have been recently. I just got blood work and waiting for the results of that to kind of see where we go from there. We don't want to dive into an off season, a true off season until blood work is gotten and we could see if there's anything that needs to be worked on, like any hormones that need to be put in a more optimal range. That is what we're waiting for basically. But I'm gonna eat my breakfast, then we'll catch up in a little bit and talk about my reverse really in detail. There's a lot to break down. But in my breakfast, something cool and exciting. Kiwis. You guys know I love kiwis. This is red kiwi. Look at that. Red kiwi. And it tastes like, I ChatGPT'd like what it tastes like because I literally couldn't pinpoint it. And when I looked it up, I was like, oh, I get it. It tastes like berries in a way. It's like a sweeter kiwi and it's very buttery. Like a normal kiwi has like a little bit of crunch and some bitterness. A gold kiwi is more tangy, I think I looked up. This one is like very sweet and it's really good. And as you guys know, also oats, pecan butter. I'm still on this grind, okay? Chicken sausage, still on the grind. But gonna enjoy breakfast, catch up in a bit. Work time. I typically will work around this time throughout the day. This is how I operate on a typical work day. I said typical like 20 times there. And I say that because obviously my job is very flexible and I can technically create my own schedule for the most part. So some days I take appointments and, you know, doctor appointments, things like that, which I've had a lot of recently, which is why I'm bringing this up during the day. So I've had to work at night. I'll be honest, today, kind of the last thing I wanted to do at this moment is get my steps and work, but I want to be able to relax later tonight and just be rather than be working. So we're getting it done right now. I have my coffee here. I've been craving just a black cold brew recently. I don't know why. I don't even like want to make my homemade cold foam. I just want a black cold brew and it's been hitting so hard. It's so good. But I'm gonna get my steps in, get to work. Little hack for those of you that work at home. Really, I promise you, it's so worth it. Get a standing desk and a walking pad. If your job offers you to get like different desk styles and you work in office, get a like remote control standing sitting desk and a walking pad. This is something that it took me a while to actually start using. This sat in my office for so long and I didn't use it, but now that I use it, it's great. Listen, there's some days where I don't want to be walking right now, but as I am working, it gets me in such a good flow state. And then the next thing I know, I look down and I've been walking for 40 minutes and most of my steps are in for the day. So it's really, really beneficial. If you're somebody that works on a computer, works at a desk, this is such a good thing to have. Highly recommend it. But I'm gonna get to work now. I told you guys we're gonna talk about my reverse, but I need to work first. We'll get to it later, I promise. 3 hours later. I'm done with work and I am 67,000 steps in.
Huh?
On the day. So I had done, I don't know, like a little bit over an hour of walking on my walking pad while I was working, finished up work sitting down because I have 25 minutes of cardio to do later. So we'll be doing cardio then and getting more steps in then. So there's no need for me to get all 10,000 steps in while I'm doing work. You know what I'm saying here? I don't know. After I work, I kind of like lose my mind. So I'm just going to shut up and we're going to make whey drip right now because it is time to eat pre-workout meal. Me, because I'm still in my pajamas and I'm about to eat my delicious whey drip meal in the comfort of my pajamas and their Christmas jammies. New flavor. Do you guys see the cookie bits in here? There's cookie bits in here. Cookie bits. This protein. Cookie bits. Back again, eating another meal. This time it's my pre-workout meal. You guys, this new protein that Accent Sledge just released, I hope you can still get your hands on it by the time you see this video. If you didn't know that it dropped, they did a Christmas collab with the movie Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's. I've never seen that movie. Don't judge me, it makes me feel uncultured because so many people are like, it's a Christmas comedy, genius movie. I've unfortunately never seen it. I probably should watch it this year though, but the proteins that they came out with, 2 new farm-fed flavors. One is Swirly Nut Cookie Crunch, which is like a peanut butter cookies and cream flavor, and holy shit, it's so good. They actually included cookie crunchies in it too, which Accent Sledge doesn't typically do like inclusions with their proteins, but oh my gosh, it's amazing. And an eggnog protein, which is also amazing. 2 different flavor profiles, both are so good. They came out with a whey more, which is a whey concentrate blend. I'm typically not a huge fan of whey concentrate blends, but I will say that Accent Sledges do digest super well. And it's a sugar cookie flavor. Also so good. Also has sprinkle inclusions, which is awesome. Anywho, for my pre-workout meal, I did brownie batter Pride Foods cream of rice with the Squirrely Nut Crunch, which is the cookies and cream peanut butter. Such a good combo. I did this yesterday. Topped it with almond butter. I used to be such an almond butter girl. If you guys had watched my videos for like years ago, you know I was addicted to almond butter, especially post-show, like my first 2 preps, addicted to almond butter. This past year, I've been making my own pecan butter, yeah, of course, but I've also been addicted to peanut butter. This is a new thing for me. But recently now, I'm making the switch back to almond butter because like just my taste buds are just yearning for almond butter. What's wrong with me? But it's the same shit, different day. It's just a big whey drip bowl that fills my heart and my belly. And my second coffee of the day and final coffee. This is my pre-workout coffee and I love her. Still no creamer because for some reason I just still be craving black cold brew. I don't know. Am I broken? I don't know. My taste buds must be changing. Ugh, I can't wait to go in with a big bite. If there's one thing that'll shut my yappy ass up, it's this. It's this. Oh my gosh, this is hitting so hard today. I'm having like a whole existential crisis over this meal. Oh my gosh. Finally dressed for the day. I didn't want to get dressed this morning like I usually do because my pajamas are super cute and comfy and I didn't feel like a bum wearing them, so I just didn't get dressed first thing in the morning. But today's a leg day, so we have a solid leg day fit. These are the Legacy shorts from Young and Lay for Her, Legacy long sleeve top, Young and Lay for Her. This is from last Black Friday. This is from like springtime. And then I'm gonna throw a pair of the men's soft collection sweatpants on top because I always like to wear pants to the gym and then when I get hot, I just take them off. But we do have Black Friday coming up, which is super exciting. So stay tuned on my Instagram because I'll be posting like outfits outfits more often on there. I'm also going to do a full YouTube try on haul of all of the women's pieces, some of the men's pieces, and Black Friday begins on the 25th of November, 3 p.m. EST. The sale runs through December 2nd, but if you want to get some hot items, you're gonna want to get them on the day of the drop because there's a ton of new items. Also a big restock coming with it. We don't know everything that's restocking, but I heard some things that are restocking and some of my favorite items are restocking. Just saying. That's pretty much what's coming up for this month. Obviously, with Black Friday and everything, I know that I'm an athlete and I'm affiliated with a bunch of different brands and I will be promoting Black Friday. Keep in mind that it is my job to do so. That is part of my job, but don't feel the need to overspend, overconsume. It's so easy to do that throughout the holidays. Treating yourself is always totally fine, but don't feel the need to get so much stuff or don't feel the need to get anything at all if you don't want to get anything at all. It is okay. Save your money. Make sure that you are making smart decisions. I say this every single year. But yeah, here's your little reminder that enjoy the holidays, enjoy Black Friday, treat yourself to some things, but don't feel the need that you have to do so. Also, before I forget, for the month of November, I am doing a massive giveaway. I'm giving away, I think 2 or 3 closet giveaway boxes, 1 Whey Drip Bowl giveaway where you could choose homemade nut butter. I will be giving away my homemade nut butter, pecan butter if you like it, because that's my favorite. And I'm also going to do 2 people selected for 1 free month of coaching with me, which is such a good deal. And I might be doing more. I haven't really added to it yet, but that's going to be the base. And if you are to use my code or anything, the link is going to be in the description. Submit your receipt and the date of your order because it's only valid November 1st through December 2nd, and you can be entered for my giveaway and I'll announce the winner December 3rd. But all right, it is time to go to the gym. Your girl is hangry. I don't even know how I'm hangry. I just ate. I'm just a bottomless pit. I don't really know. Okay, before I train, I think it's time to talk about my reverse. By the way, this is the new green gelatin pre-workout from Axe and Sledge. So bomb. If you're wondering what green gelatin tastes like, it just tastes like a little bit of a citrusy fruit punch. It's not very citrusy, but I can taste it mildly. Anyway, let's break down my reverse. So my season started with my first show, which was end of June. I was under conditioned for that show. So we pushed really hard up until the next national show. And I had gotten my pro card. So exciting, decided to dive into my pro show, or my first pro show, and I had gotten last call outs. We dieted like a little bit more for that, and I was literally the tiniest that I ever was. I was 116 pounds at my lowest. I literally never remember the scale being that low, like never remember that. So needless to say, I was extremely fucking lean, and I knew that going into my reverse, I really needed to take that shit serious because that was the most depleted I have ever been. And through my prep, if you guys were following along, you know that my cat Jade had gotten super sick 3 weeks out of my first show. She had kidney failure. I was in and out of the vet. Stress was super high. That was honestly probably a huge reason as to why my body was not ready for that first show. Anyways, she had passed a week before my last show of the season, and it was really gut-wrenching and like heartbreaking to go through all of that. And I'll be honest, I don't even know how I did it. I really don't know how I did it. Even like looking back, it's crazy. I'm still grieving that loss. Grief, I've talked about it like before on my channel. It's just super strange. There's good days, there's bad days, you know, in general. That has played a really big role into my life, of course. And then something that I actually didn't talk about was during my reverse, like immediately post show, Anthony and I had gone through quite a bit of a rough patch in our relationship, and that took a large toll on me. Mentally was still grieving. My relationship was struggling. It felt like my world around me was just crumbling down, and it was so hard to function every day, but I always still showed up for myself. And everybody handles stress differently, everybody handles grief differently. The way that I handled it was staying on plan. The thing that kept me going every day was staying on plan. The only solid ground I felt like I was standing on was the ground that I was on plan, and that was what was keeping me sane. Without that structure, I would have been struggling tremendously to reverse, for one, but to two, feel okay every day. And that's where optimizing a good reverse really helped me mentally. It also helped me physically. It helped me get out of that hole that I was in with how depleted I was with competing. And this is just like my sign to you guys that, listen, everybody treats their life differently. I'm not one to judge if you're somebody that doesn't follow their reverse or can't follow your reverse or you fell off. This is my 3rd season. So this is my first successful reverse out of 3 seasons. So I am not one to judge if you are struggling on your reverse. And I also wanted to point out that I was still struggling on my reverse, even though it seemed like I was perfectly on point, which I was on point. Mentally, I was still going through an extremely hard time. And this just kind of goes to show that if you want something bad enough, you will do it. I feel like over the course of coaching people now for like a 1.5 years, I have seen like my fair share of, you know, people's stress and how it impacts everybody differently. And everybody ultimately has a choice when they wake up every day on how they are going to approach their day. And every day, despite how I woke up, what mood I woke up in, or despite things that happened throughout my days, I always chose my goals because I knew that that was going to be the one thing that keeps my ground underneath my feet level. And without that, I don't know if I would have handled everything as positively and gracefully, I guess, as I did, because I had gotten like a couple comments recently and people saying that I look so good, I look like I'm glowing, and everything seems to be going very well in my life, which I guess it is. I'm feeling very grateful for all of that, but I owe so much of this good feeling to how I treated my reverse. And yeah, I never really talked about it too much because it was kind of a sensitive subject for like a long time with, you know, my reverse and how much I actually struggled with it. You know, even still now, like I can't express how hard it actually was. Like there was moments where, you know, I really hated how I looked and I hated being that lean, that I wanted to binge because I didn't want to be that lean anymore. And obviously I didn't do that to myself because I know that that would have benefited me. But I just stayed patient in the process, and it just took a lot of time to actually feel like I was in a good point with my reverse, with my happiness, with my body. And yeah, ultimately it was just trusting the process just as much as I did during my competitive season, just during prep. I had to just trust that process. And let me tell you, I am so happy that I did, because this is the most happy that I have been with my body ever. And I, again, owe it to just my really solid reverse. And I feel confident, I feel powerful, I feel very good about how I'm handling every single day, how I am feeling physically. And that didn't come from, you know, feeling great throughout my reverse. That came from a lot of trials and tribulations throughout it, but nonetheless always sticking to plan. But that's pretty much my ramble that I wanted to go on about my reverse, and I hope that you guys found this insightful. If you are reversing or you're about to get into a season, make sure that you're thinking about your reverse. If you're in your season now and you're, you know, going to reverse soon, think about your reverse. Think about how you can approach it. Think about how you can communicate with your coach, what would work best for you, because that's exactly what I had done. It helped me really succeed. And yeah, that's really all. But let's go train glutes. We gotta grow them. That has been my goal when I started my reverse, and that is going to be my goal until I step foot on that dang stage again, is going to be to get my glutes to a winning pro level. We got a lot of work to do there. That is really ballsy of me to say, but I got years of work to grind, literally years to grind to get there, and I'm always going to be taking you guys along with me for that one. When I got here, I realized I'm not hitting glutes, I'm actually hitting legs, so let's hit legs.
How long till it feels like the wound's finally starting to heal? How long till it feels like I'm more than a spoke in a wheel? Most nights I feel that I'm not enough. I've had my share of Monday mornings when I can't get up. But when hope is lost and I come undone, I swear to God I'll survive. If it kills just me too. I'm gonna get up and try. If it's the last thing I do, I've still got something to give. Though it hurts sometimes, I'm gonna get up and live until the day that I die. I swear to God I'll survive. How long till you know?
It is the next day. My workout was really good. I just wrapped up my night with being chill. I had a coaching call. I wanted to just relax. But today, we got a lot to do because I leave for a trip tomorrow to go for a client show. I'm going to go get my yummy coffee right now. This is my one yummy coffee a week. I'm gonna do some work at the coffee shop and we're gonna have a jam-packed day. It's a rest day today. There's just a lot that needs to get done. A little overwhelmed with that, but it'll be okay. And also fingers crossed because Starbucks came out with a new cup today, the Barista cup, and I've been saving my points for something good. And this is what I'm saving my points for. And I'm hoping that they still have it. I know it just came out today and I'm praying that they're still in stock at the store. Well, I missed the Bear cup, but I didn't realize that the holiday menu came out today and I got creme brulee cold foam. I did light creme brulee cold foam. They still have pecan, but I really wanted to try this. And look at how cute the cup is. Taste test. It's really good. I just grinded out all of my client check-ins in Starbucks, which was awesome. I'm so proud of myself for that. I also got out an Instagram post and Good Girlfriend Award. I got Anthony a coffee. I'm actually gonna try it. He got the gingerbread cold foam. Holy I wish I got that one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I need to yeet home to get that to him. Holy, that was crack. And I wish I got it. Oh my gosh. Wow, I was not expecting to like that much. I also got myself one of these cute keychains. It's a lid stopper. I got it because it was cute and yeah, that's horrible of me from a consumerism standpoint, but I also figured it'd be good for travel as well because I feel like I have a lot of upcoming travel and I'm always getting Starbucks at airports. And when I'm boarding the plane, I'd be spilling my coffee sometimes. So useful. We're doing something exciting now. We're going to Hobby Lobby. I drove 35 minutes from this and we're decorating the house on Sunday and I want to finish getting a couple Christmas things. I know I talked about consumerism in this video and I just wanted to say, just because the holidays are rolling around and you see your favorite influencers or people online posting like ginormous Christmas decoration hauls, doesn't mean that you have to do the same. Most of my Christmas decorations are reused over the years. I started collecting them when Anthony and I moved in together like 3 years ago, and I'm just kind of adding to that collection to have timeless pieces that I'm always going to be using and carrying with me, especially when it comes to Christmas decorating, because I just love Christmas time and I feel like it's such a cozy, homey time, and I just want to collect those timeless pieces that I'm always going to be using in my home. So with that being said, don't feel the need to fall under the trap of trends and consumerism and all those things. Get what you want. You don't need to decorate your house based on a trend. You can decorate based on ultimately what you want in your home. I feel like I'm the kind of person, I don't really have an aesthetic. I don't think I have an aesthetic. So I just go based on what I really like and what I feel like would look good together. I don't go based on a certain trendy aesthetic. So let's go shopping for my non-aesthetic, trendy, or not aesthetic, not trendy Christmas. You guys, shopping sometimes feels like you're like going through a battle. That's exactly what that just felt like. I went to Target because I needed a lunchbox because I'm traveling tomorrow and the lunchbox that I have is just too big. And then I realized when I was in there that I actually was supposed to go to a baby shower this weekend that I won't be able to make. So I have to get a gift for that. And I got a gift for that and I was walking around first with a like little basket. Then I'm walking around with a box of diapers and just like a full basket, and it was just a lot of work. Grateful to do so. Time to go home. Cracking open an energy drink. This is not a grape, just work, but I needed something and I was not about to buy another coffee. Hopefully there's not going to be a lot of traffic on the way home. We're home. I'm finally eating another meal. I'm so hungry. I made a homemade tuna melt with my homemade sourdough bread. This is gonna be so good. I'll put the ingredients up here because it's kind of loaded with a ton of stuff. I have to dig in.
So
A tuna melt low-key is like my favorite kind of sandwich when you get it from the right place. So bomb. All right, you lovely people, I'm going to close out the video here. I just chilled out the rest of the day, kind of. I did make something that I do want to show you. Remember how I said I got polymer clay and I was going to craft with it? Well, this is my first make. It's a cow. I did it because it reminds me of Jade because her nickname was Moo Moo. That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. Love you all.
peace out.